listen.
Hello guys, I hope you're doing great. Welcome to my next tutorial. I'm sorry for my voice, I'm quite sick at the moment and it's been going on for a while now. But I hope it will be fine and I won't lose my voice in the middle of the recording. So without any further ado, let's get to it. The tempo of our track is 138 BPM and we are in the key of F sharp minor. And the first element we have is the synth sequence that sounds like this. It plays those really fast two-note chords, and as you can see, most of the notes in this sequence are next to each other on the keyboard, which means there are only one half tone apart. And usually this creates this really eerie, unsettling vibe. And it plays like this all the way. It serves as an intro to the track, and then it also appears in the middle of the track further down the arrangement. As for the sound, I use Surge XT, honestly one of my favorite virtual instrument. I use this patch called Fast Poly. You can find it here. I just tweaked it a bit to my liking. As for the effects, there is only Valhalla Supermassive, and I use it mostly for the arrangement. As you can see, it just opens a dry wet knob on the Valhalla Supermassive. I'll show you the automation. Excuse me. There's an automation for the Supermassive, but also the cutoff of the filter opens. Okay, and then there is EQ8 just to get rid of all the low frequencies. You will see why in a minute. Next, we've got everyone's favorite 808 kick that sounds like this. Roland 808 is generally a very important instrument for this kind of electro. And this kick is made from two layers. First is this beefy 808 kick. It's like a main body. Let me show you how it sounds with all the effects off. Oh, I pitch it up 5 semitones, so it's in C, and then I can move it on the keyboard however I want. So we have the drum bass, obviously, to make it even more beefier. A bit of an overdrive. You can see it's only 5%, but yeah, we just added to make it a bit more present in a mix, and maybe to systems, EQ8 to cut off all the unwanted frequencies, glue compressor to control the dynamics, and yeah, at the end I just put the tuner so to be sure that my 808 is in tune with the rest of the track. The second layer is this click layer. It just helps it to cut through the mix. And a K-clip 0 at the end to shave it off a bit. And yeah, together they sound like this. For the group processing, there is EQ8 again, utility, so we're sure it's mono, and the glue compressor at the end. Next we got a snare that sounds like this. Of course we're using 808 snare, it makes sense in the context of the track. We're using Ableton 808 core kit for this, and as for the processing, there is only EQ8 to get rid of the low frequencies, and the K-clip 0 to shave off the peaks, as we usually do with percussive elements. Next we have hi-hats. There are 3 layers of them. Together they sound like this. So the first one is this 808 hi-hat. Then there's this second layer that plays exactly the same pattern. It's made using drum synth. And as you can see, one is spun a bit to the left and the second one is spun a bit to the right. And there's the third layer. For the group processing, there is only EQ8 to get rid of the low frequencies. Nothing complicated here. Then we have our main melodic element. Very simple driving melody. I used wavetable for this and this patch called Bob's Plays Bass, because actually it's a bass patch, but since we cut everything under 240 Hz, it's more a lead sound now than a bass. I added vinyl distortion with the tracking model off to give it to make it a bit more wider and give it a little bit more character. Then phaser to add even more movement to this patch. I wanted it to be a bit wider and have some movement to it in contrast to the very steady and mono 808 kick. Then of course EQ8 to get rid of all the low frequencies, and utility to make it even wider. And there is also reverb applied via return track. As you can see, it's also on the hi-hat group and the snare. Last one is this sort of the laser sound. Very simple. Again, I use wavetable for this, single oscillator, then echo and EQA to cut low frequencies. That's really it.
Mechanism.
Okay, so that's it, guys. This track is pretty straightforward, but I think it's got this raw energy that keeps you dancing in the club or driving your car late at night. At least that's how I see it. The project file is in the link to download the project file is in the description. And if you find this video useful or you like it, please like and subscribe. Have a great rest of the day or the night, and see you in the next tutorial, and let's listen to the full arrangement.